Good afternoon from my backyard, sitting alongside my navel orange and my Meyer lemon tree. And I'm tuning into you from Clearwater, Florida, and I wanted to ask you, what appeals most to you? Is it don't look where you don't want to go, or look where you want to go? So when I was much younger, probably early on in my high school time, my mother had written it down on a sticky note. She wrote, "Don't look where you don't want to go." Then she crossed out the don'ts. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much clearer, so much direct to the point. Because my mother was very much direct to the point, which sometimes came across kind of harsh. And I know I carried that on in my own life because I'm very direct and prefer people not to beat around the bush. I prefer people to be upfront, clear, and concise with what it is they want to communicate with me. If something is around the bush, to me, it is way too much energy expended. Be direct and clear and concise with the words that you choose so there is no misunderstanding. Because ultimately, the clearer and more concise, the more power behind your words, the more direct to the path you will find yourself. Because it's all about where your attention goes. Because that's where your energy flows. So if your focus is on the I don't want this, what do you think you're going to draw to yourself the most? More of the don't. This is simple. This isn't logic. This is just a fact of life. We can try to rationalize why we do things the way we do, but a lot of times the motivation behind why we do them is because the don't. We're so easily fixated on what we don't want that when someone asks you, what would you like to eat at this restaurant? You sit down with the menu with process of elimination and you go through that list and you go, don't want this, don't want that, don't want this, don't want that, to get to what you want, because it's easier for you to see how clear it is the don't, because that's where the energy in your life has been focused. So it's simple. For example, how many people out there can honestly attest they've had an experience where they were focusing on trying not to do something, trying not to have an accident, trying to be quiet, trying not to make noise, tiptoeing around something, and then inevitably what happens? You make noise. You break something. You have an accident. Because your attention, your energy is so fixated on the what you don't want to happen that you actually find yourself doing exactly that. You're doing exactly what it is you don't want because your energy is going toward that. So today's focus, I want you to start paying attention to your thoughts. Do you look for the negative? Because it's easy to find. It's the same concept. I'm walking down the road and I'm looking for the flower versus looking for the weed. Because either or, they could be, in the eye of the beholder, both could be just as equally beautiful. But when you look for something negative or something to get upset with, the don't, what you don't want, you're going to draw that. You're going to see that. You're going to find that. Because again, where attention goes, energy flows. And where you put your attention appreciates, because what you don't realize is even if you're not expressing a full-on gratitude or appreciation for something, that's the energy and attention you're giving whatever your mind is fixated on. So if you think, okay, well, I don't want this, you're actually appreciating that which you don't want. Now, isn't that an interesting concept? Now, stop and think about that for a moment, because then you have to go, but I'm not grateful for that because it keeps on coming and it's more and more and I'm very upset, and so therefore it's not making me happy. Well, what would make you happy? That's when you have the opportunity to shift it, like the click. What is it that you want to experience? What is it you want to feel and you want to have in your life? So The moment you're able to recognize your thoughts and where they're going, and you see it, look at it and say, ah, okay, there's that crazy monkey mind. It's on its habitual routine. It's going where I don't want to go. Shift it. It doesn't take much. Find the contrasting, find the opposing. So now that you've gotten the fixation, the idea of, okay, that's what I don't want, now shift it and look at what is it you do want. And put your attention there and start to really feel it. You may need to close your eyes and actually put yourself in a state, because it's the only way you're actually going to draw that to you, is when you actually go there. So as you walk down the street, for example, look for the things you want to appreciate. Throughout the course of your day, think the thoughts you want to appreciate in your life and manifest as experiences that you want to have, not don't want to have. I hope these words of wisdom come in handy with your day. It is Friday. Mercury has gone direct, but it still has a little shadow effect. So this is why I ask of you to take the time and pay attention to your thoughts and your words and your actions and see the motivation behind them. And be clear and concise in everything, because ultimately that's your integrity. That is your word. That is your vibration. That is your energy. That is what you put forth in your life. And that is what appreciates. So make it high. Make it resonate. Let it vibrate through your life and uplift those around you, because the more clear and concise you are, people actually are drawn to you. And you'll find that there is an inspiration that comes through with others. So have an amazingly blessed day. We're having a gorgeous day down here in sunny Clearwater. 70, 73 degrees. We're going to enjoy this low humidity day. Many blessings and have an amazing weekend. Take care.